Hi, Nancy. Yeah, so just say a few words about your career, your role so far, and for you again, what is your what is the experiences that you've had so far that you think that it's kind of shaped you into becoming a better female leader?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Hmm.
Cyril, for the session we're having today. So I was enjoying listening to Jihan because she tapped into so many good points that I
Yeah.
personally agree, and
Mm.
personally happened with me also in my career. So I'm also gonna tap into it and elaborate a little bit further. So my
Great.
career started with management and HR consulting. So that for me was a great start for two reasons. One, because it helped me to tap into multiple industries. When you're a fresh grad and you're starting and you have doubts, and thoughts
Yeah.
about all the industries, it helps you to understand, it helps you to open your mind, like what's happening in those industries, and to identify and find the industry that is closer to your heart, because you
Mm.
get to work with these different industries, understand the ins and outs of what's happening. But it also helps you to tap into different cultures because you're there, with your clients day in and day out. So to get to
Mm.
witness good culture, good values, bad values, and this helps you and makes you mature at a very young age to understand what is a good culture versus what is a toxic culture, and it makes you
Mm.
wonder about your next step and your next move. Where do you want to go and why do you want to go there? Because it's
Mm.
great to have a good job, but it's even greater if you can couple it with good values at work. And values means different thing for different people, but this is where you start evolving, and you start thinking, like for me, I wanna go into somewhere where it's minimal politics, more collaboration, minimum, for example, person achievement, more about teamwork, and so on. You start
Mm.
witnessing all those different values, and you start pinpointing the ones that are closer to your heart, and this is how you start choosing your best
Yeah.
your best move. So
Mm.
this for me was a great start, but really from there, I would say the thing that impacted me the most was my manager and the people that I reported to directly, because they were the people that identified the strength but also the weaknesses in me and helped
Mm.
me to get a better professional. So
Right.
sometimes we have the luxury to choose our manager, sometimes we
Mhm.
don't. Whenever we tap into a great manager who identifies, who sees the sparkles in us and help us to be a better professional, I would say this would be a great combination. And this personally helped me a lot to achieve way better things in shorter period of time.
Mm.
Sometimes you have this, you have your work and you have a manager, and this is where mentors become essential. And this is something that Jihan tapped into. Just to add on
Mm.
her point, it's not just one mentor, you can have multiple mentors. The most
Mm.
important is to identify and to know what you want from each and every mentor. You
Yeah.
might have a mentor for your technical aspect of work, you might have a mentor for your personal growth, you might have a mentor for things that are happening in the background. I'm a working mom, I might need the mentorship of another working mom who's struggling to find her work life balance, and so on. So
Mm.
identify the mentors that matter to you, and understand what do you want from each and every one, and have
Yeah.
a plan to work with this mentor. So it helps a lot whenever you know what you need from them, and it helps a lot to achieve tangible results. Rather than having discussions, you would have an action plan, with points, with timelines, and so on. And this is where
Mm.
you see that you're evolving at a faster pace.
Absolutely. Yeah. 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 How old are your children, by the way, Nancy?
She's
You, you
three. I
you have
have one.
one, right?
Yeah.
3 years old. That's an awesome age, right? It's okay. Good. 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 I'm just trying to
She's
help
eight.
our audience understand that sort of element of your profile. So that's good to know that you have a 3-year-old. And is that a daughter or a son?
She's a
Um,
daughter. Her name is
Daughter.
Talia. She's about to go to school now, so we're in this phase of preparation for school.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, and then you mentioned there the importance of mentoring. I think, Jihan mentioned this as well. That's really, really important, of course. But would you say was your and you mentioned a manager that you had who was able to motivate you to help you to bring your best self and help you to develop. Was that a female manager? Or was that a male? Just out of interest. Um,
So that was a male,
it was a
but I
male. Okay.
my manager because
Mm.
had a working wife, and he understood, what it takes for a woman to
Okay.
excel in her career, as well as raising a family with kids and so on. So
Brilliant.
I
Okay.
was lucky enough to have a manager
Mm,
who understood those struggles, who understood, the effort, the extra effort that you're putting, and
yes.
hence he was, flexible enough to understand what you're going through, but also to
Mm,
offer support.
hmm.
It doesn't always happen. I was just lucky, so I'm not gonna brag about it. I understand that
Yeah.
many cases in many cultures, and work environments, it's not that easy and it's not that
Mm,
simple.
hmm.
But
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
we're doing this day, and we're doing it every day, basically to raise awareness, about,
Yes.
the struggles, the challenges, and so on.
Right.
So it's
Right.
that, we would help each other first. Women should be helping each other. They should be supporting each other,
Yeah.
and this is
Yeah.
why, choosing a mentor is really important, because you also need to choose a mentor that inspires you, but also
Hmm.
understand your strengths. And this is why,
Situation. Yeah.
women mentoring and supporting women is really important. But also we need to
Mm,
talk about it to, non females, because they also need to understand what's happening, and we need to work
absolutely.
together to change
Yes.
some of the, politics and
Yeah, yeah,
policies.
yeah, yes. Yes. Change your thinking, more important, isn't it? Change the bias, from being more kind of accepting of women's circumstances.